Hi everyone, it's Jen here for another Rise and Shine Yoga. Grab a mat, grab some space, grab something to drink, and let's get started. We're going to spend 3 minutes in a nice comfortable position, as we always do. I like to sit up on a block because it gives my hips a little bit more of a chance to breathe. It helps my hamstrings that are super tight. Just comfortable for me. So find something that's comfortable for you. So 5 more breaths, nice and slow. Two more. Okay, beautiful. So let's all meet in tabletop. So today we're gonna make sure that we're really slowing it down and enjoying our practice, taking the time that we need for ourselves. So there will be a couple of poses today that we hold a little longer. All right, we're just gonna rock side to side. Keeping both knees on the ground. And let's go forward and back. And let's go all the way in a circle, either clockwise or counterclockwise, your choice. Whatever you do, we're gonna stop and then reverse. So going one way and the other. Let's equal it out. And then come up. Tuck one set of toes under, lean back, stretch out that foot. Try to get all the toes on that mat. Maybe your pinky toe pops up a little bit. See if you can just kind of adjust and see if you can get it on the ground too. All right, and let's do the same thing on the other foot. So one foot at a time, you really tell what muscles are tighter or looser on each side. And when we release, let's do the same thing with the upper body. So let's take one hand and tilt it, fingertips facing in towards your body, and then you're just gonna lean in and stretch out that forearm just on one side. All right, and let's do the same thing on the other. And it's very common for one side to be different, so no worries, especially on one dominant side versus the non-dominant side. All right, release. Come onto your forearms. Let's bring one leg out. Lean on in and stretch out that inner thigh. All right, other way. And release. Okay. So we're gonna do a little push-up chaturanga type series. So we're gonna do 5 push-ups with our half push-ups, I should say, with our hands about shoulder width apart. We're gonna go from all the way straight to about halfway and back up. And then we're gonna do the same thing with wide. Come about halfway and back up. And then we're gonna do it from the bottom about halfway up in an upward dog type of motion. So you'll get it, don't worry. 5 is our magic number, unless you have a different magic number, and by all means, then go for it. I would like you to track your elbows back as compared to out, and I would like you to have the weight distributed amongst your whole hand on all your fingers. So this is practice for when we do our flows, whether it's in this class or in a public yoga class or a yoga class somewhere else. Yoga is good wherever you can get it. All right, so let's lean forward on those knees. Or you can do this on your toes, no worries. Let's say down for 1. And up. Down for 2. And up. Down for 3. And up. And 4. And up. And 5. And up. Reset. Hands can be super wide. They can be outside the mat, or they can be right on the outside edges. Your choice. 5. I find these push-ups easier because my hands are a little wider. How do you find them? All right, let's lean forward. Same thing. Down and up, just halfway. 2 and up. 3 and up. 4 and up. And 5 and up. Beautiful. Come all the way down. Just rest here for a second. We're just windshield wiper those feet back and forth. And in. All right, let's do the second round. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do it together, and then we're going to do farther away. So we're going to come down, and then push up, and then back down again. So in this kind of upward dog-esque motion, but your legs are on the ground. It's relaxing, hanging out, chilling, enjoying life. All right, so ready? Come down. So up top for 1, and 2, and nice and wide, either in or out of the mat, your choice. These are our last 5. Up, down, and 2, down, and 3, down, 4, down, and 5, and down. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna see in our first a little bit longer repose, we're gonna go into puppy, or if there's another posture that you would prefer to be in for about 3 minutes, that's your choice. So I'm on my forearms, my head is on the ground, and my hips are in the air. That's where I'm gonna be for 3 minutes, breathing, relaxing, and enjoying the stretch, okay? So we're gonna do a couple of these over the course of class today, of different postures. All right, so let's go down to puppy. Really concentrating on your breathing. Just trying to let any thought that comes into your head just kind of vanish outside. You'll deal with it later. I promise it'll come back. You have a little less than a minute here. If you need to adjust, please feel free to do so. And a couple long, deep breaths. Let's take a breath for 3. Let's take a breath for 2. Let's take a breath for 1. And then slowly roll yourself up till you're seated on your heels. Just do a nice little stretch to one side. And a nice little stretch to the other side. Come back to the center. Come on up. And take one foot and bring it in front. Coming up to a nice little low lunge. You put your hands on top of your thighs, or of your thigh, and just lean on in. I still want to be able to see your toes. And then lean back, toes up, one hand on each side of the leg, and walk down as far as you're comfortable. comfortable going today. And then roll through. Other side, same thing. Leg out. Come on up. Not in. You can still see the toes. Lean back. Toe up. One hand on each side of the leg, and then just walk it down. Lean it forward. Bring that foot down. All right, turn those legs around. One leg out, one knee tucked in. Let's give it a big squeeze first. So you get nice and tall. All right, so this is my left leg. It could be your right, that's fine. But I'm gonna take the arm, that's the same side as my left arm, my left leg. I'm gonna take that hand, I'm gonna lean in. My fingertips are facing forward, my palm is facing that way. I'm gonna bend that knee, and I'm just gonna lean on in. Now this hand is just kind of here for support. If you don't need it for support, you can reach around and try to kind of grab the other hand. It will probably come nowhere near it, that's fine. I'm just attempting to bind. Other toes are straight up towards the air. Moving in here, a couple more seconds. All right, let's release the back arm and then release the front arm. Straighten that leg. Other side, same thing. We're just gonna give it a big squeeze first. All right, so this is my right leg and my right arm. In, palm goes out, bend it, and try to reach. I'm leaning forward with a nice flat back. It may not look good from this angle, but I promise it's flat. Release the back arm, release the front arm. Bring those feet in to touch. Bring those knees out to the side. Sitting up nice and tall, open your feet. And this is our second little spiel. We're only gonna do this for 2 minutes this time. We're going to work on the love of our feet. We're gonna massage, we're gonna rub, all that fun stuff. If you're like, I really don't want to, Jen, then that's fine. You can just kind of lean in and hold. We're gonna do that for the last minute. So we're gonna do 2 minutes of feet and 1 minute of just leaning forward. If you wanna do all 3 minutes of leaning forward, that's totally fine. All right, so we're going to start in 10 seconds. So make any adjustments you need to do. Open those feet wide, and we're gonna spend 2 minutes here enjoying the feet. When's the last time you gave yourself a foot massage? Probably a very long time. Probably since the last time I told you to do it. I'll let you know when we're 1 minute in and 1 minute to go in case you are just doing 1 minute straight on one clip, which is totally fine. And if you want to kind of adjust how you're sitting to get yourself better access to your feet, totally fine too. We're 1 minute in. 30 seconds here. And then we're going to go back. If you haven't left, we'll join you here in this knees out position. And what we're going to do is we're going to stay still with the hands, stay still with the feet, and then just lean on it. So if you're not there, join me here. All right, 2 more breaths. All right, and then slowly bring those knees together. You're probably gonna need help bringing those knees together because they've been open for so long. All right, laying down on your back. Knees a big squeeze and rocking side to side. And then bring them all the way to one side. Take that top arm open up and look the other way. Nice little chest opener. And then kind of bring that top arm back in. Let's bring those knees to the other side. All right, open that top arm. Come back in. Bring those knees back to the center, and we're gonna rock 5 times and sit up. Full rocks. All right, we're gonna sit on up. We're gonna rotate around. We're gonna come into downward dog. So if you want to grab some water, this is a great time. Find your center here, find your stillness. If you need to get some wiggles out first, that's fine. And then walk those feet to meet the hands. Bending those knees generously, letting that chest be on top of the thighs. And then coming on up. Nice and slow and rolling those shoulders twice backwards. And then twice forwards. Okay, I suggest balance. I'm gonna balance on for this. We're gonna do a figure 4, again, stretch. All right, so let's cross it over. Make that figure 4, so up, down, over, and cross. So my feet are active here, and I'm gonna sit back, straight back. My stretch. Don't worry, this isn't gonna be a 3-minute thing. And then come on up. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Cross over, sit back, toes pointed straight down. Feeling out my pumpkins. Come on up. Feet nice and wide. Leaning forward. Come on up. Pivot, one shoulder's in front. Lean forward. Come up. Other side. Let's do 2 more rounds like that. So in front. One knee in, or one knee, one shoulder, one elbow. Come up. Middle. Other side. Back to the middle one more time. Forward, up. We're feeling a stretch in our hamstrings here when we're doing this. Lean forward. And switch. And come up. Bring those feet in just a little bit. Let's go up onto one set of toes. Back down. Other. Back down. Other. If you want to stay here, great, wonderful. If not, we're going to do the reverse. We're going to come up, drop, and drop. More. Left and right. Drop them both. Lift up on both. Drop them down. Up. Let's do 5. Let's do 4. 3. 2. And 1. And release. Okay. Let's face one foot towards that wall. The other foot towards that wall. Let's lean on in. Feeling a nice stretch in this back leg, inner thigh. Hands are on our hips. Let's bring our hands up in the air if that's comfortable for you. And let's straighten that front leg. Let's come down in front and come up. And down in front and up. 3 more times. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Refresh, other way. Lean on in. Nice stretch. Arms up. Straighten. And down. And down. And up. 3 more. For 3. For 2. For 1. Come down. Other side. Side A again. This time we're going to go backwards. So we're going to have a front knee bent. We're going to go here in reset and here in reset. So just the opposite of what we were doing with the arms. Instead of leaning forward, we're leaning back. All right, so let's straighten that leg. Arms out. Lean. And 1. Lean. And 2. 3. 4. 1 more. And 5. Reset. Other side. Ready? Let's back. Lean in and back. Let's see. Sometimes it's a little confusing. 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Bring those arms down. Bring those arms behind you, grabbing the opposite hand. A little bit of a bend in the knees, and let's lean down least come on up. All right, our next longer pose is going to be a low squat. So if you have something around you that you can stick underneath your hips here, highly suggest. It can be a couch cushion, it can be a sweatshirt, it can be some blocks, whatever it happens to be. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come down and we're going to basically sit down as close to the ground as you can. Now, if you're able to sit your hips all the way on the ground, wonderful, great. I want you to lower yourself down so you're feeling a stretch, but it's not painful. So you can adjust the height of what we're going for. So we're gonna go for 2 minutes here, okay? And if you need to adjust and come in and come out, that's totally fine, no worries. You do what you got to do. But let's come into that pose now and just really open those hips. Now I'm gonna have my hands kind of here in the center in a little bit of a prayer pose. But if there's a different position you would rather be in, that's fine. It's all a guide. You pick your own adventure. And while we have this hip opener here, you're trying to relax the rest of your body as much as possible and holding your breath. We're 1 minute in, 1 minute to go. You breathe into those joints a little bit more. You can see some opening happening. I know I am. One more breath. Beautiful. Then release whatever you got going on and bring those legs in front. Drop the knees to one side and the other, just a little winch flicker. Okay, we're gonna do some reverse tabletops and some reverse bridges next. So we're going down here on the mat. So a reverse tabletop is your fingertips are facing towards your body, and you're going to come up and have your hips be as high as they comfortably can be, and back down. A reverse tabletop, we're going to have our feet out, our legs out, and we're going to move from and pivot from the heels. And we're going to come up and back down. So we're going to switch back and forth between those two movements. We're going to do that for about a minute straight, and you pick your speed. I want it to be nice and slow. I want you to be in control the whole time. I don't want you bopping up and bopping down. I want it to be nice and slow and controlled. So if you want to follow me for the first couple seconds, that's fine, totally fine. Then you do your own thing, no worries. All right, so I'm going to start in my reverse bridge, but you can start in the other, not a problem. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's do this nice little flow. I'm coming down, switching. Working on our shoulders. Working on our stability of our core. Now 20 more seconds. Time for one more. And then relax it down. Come all the way on our backs. And your knees can be straight. Your knees can be bent, whatever you want. We're going to do a little bit of our snow angels with our arms. See how our shoulders are doing today. So I'm going to keep my knees bent and just kind of slide down towards the end of my mat so I have enough space above me. But if you have more room, feel free to spread out, not a problem. All right, so we're gonna bring those arms up to 12 o'clock. I'm gonna have your hands be in a prayer position here, so palms facing each other here. Relaxing the shoulders as much as you can, and we're gonna keep our hands in this jackknife position. So when we get to a certain point, we're gonna switch and we're gonna be on our pinky side, but right now we're on our thumb side. So we're just gonna open up a little bit, like an inch or two, and then slowly, slowly, slowly open up. And then when you need to switch over to pinky down, do so. We're just moving a little bit at a time, all the way from an imaginary 12 o'clock to an imaginary 6 o'clock. And when we get down to 6, we're going to stay there. We're going to drop those shoulders. We're going to put those palms straight down. Take one breath. Take 2 breaths. Flip those palms face up. We're going to go all the way back, the same thing, just palms up this time. So moving a little bit at a time, all the way from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Seeing if we can keep the shoulders down the whole time. Seeing if both shoulders are going to respond, if one's going to be cranky or both are going to be cranky. See how you're doing today. And then coming to 12 o'clock and bringing those hands to the center. Fingertips facing up, shoulders back and down. Bring those palms up. We're gonna open up to the side and come back in. Now we're gonna do a diagonal up and a diagonal down. And come back in and switch. 2 more rounds. We're gonna go out, in, diagonal up and down, in, diagonal up and down, in. One more, out to the side, in, up and down, diagonal, in, up and down, diagonal, and in. Beautiful. Bring those hands back in. Put one hand on top of the other on the belly. I would like you to make a very big crinkly nose face. And then release. I would like you to make a very crinkly mouth face. And then release. I would like you to tighten up your eyes really tight. Squint, squeeze, squeeze, and release. One more time, nose. And release. One more time, mouth. And release. One more time, eyes. And release. All right, we're one more last round of 3-minute holds. You can either just do a regular Shavasana, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, or you can have your feet up in the air, up against a wall, a bed, a couch, whatever it happens to be. So your choice. It is that 3 minutes. So we're gonna get ourselves, give you a couple seconds to get situated, and then pick your position. Do 5 slow breaths wherever you are. In and out for 1. In and out for 2. In and out for 3. In and out for 4. In and out for 5. All right, so if your feet are up high, we're gonna bring them down slowly. If you're already down, we're gonna bring those knees in and give them a big squeeze. So we're all gonna meet here in this little ball position, and we're gonna rock a little side to side. All right, we're gonna do that rock and roll 5 more times until we sit up. And if that's not what you wanna do, then you can sit up a different way, not a problem. 2, 3, 4, 5, and sit on up. All right, let's drop that head, ear to shoulder. Make sure that shoulder is down on both sides. Don't let this one pop up. Come on up, other way. Come on up. If you want to add on the resistance, the weight of the hand, feel free. If not, not a problem. And then switch out. And then come back in. Awesome work. Thank you for coming and spending a little time with me today. Always appreciate the company. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you later. Bye.